Coming up next, the boys from the Bronx finish off the Braves. What's Dan's plan against the Cowboys? Who's on the hot seat on the NFL sideline? And is Denver winning the easy way? Rolling, rolling, rolling at the Tour Championship and everywhere. This is SportsCenter. The faster we go, the behinder we get. We got miles to go before NFL Countdown, half an hour away. Welcome to SportsCenter, everybody. I'm Jack Edwards. Joe Torre can sleep a contented sleep now. He says his big brother Frank is doing well after having gotten a heart transplant on Thursday. Joe's doing pretty well, too, having gotten what he has pursued for 36 years in professional baseball. At the stadium in the Bronx last night, Game 6, Greg Maddux in the third inning against Joe Girardi with Paul O'Neill aboard. Girardi blasts when Marquise Grissom can't run it down. Goes all the way to the wall. O'Neill, sore hamstring and all, scores. Girardi's in a third with a triple. He would come home. 3 batters later, it's Bernie Williams at the plate with a 2-0 lead. He singles in at center. Derek Jeter comes around. Here's the throw. That one almost ends up in the box seats. It's 3-0 Yanks after 3. Bobby Cox's team is on the ropes. 3-1 Yanks, 2 out in the ninth. John Wetteland out against Marquise Grissom. Grissom singles into right field. The Braves won't die. Ryan Kless goes home. It's 3-2. 2 down, Mark Lemke. Little pop-up foul over behind third. Is it Greg Nettles in 78? No, it's Charlie Hayes in 96, and the Yanks win 3-2. They take the series 4 games to 2. With just one regular hitting better than 300, that being Cecil Fielder at 391, the Yankees get brilliant bullpen work and win their 23rd World Series title. Closer John Wetteland is the MVP. The Yanks come from 2-0 down to beat back Atlanta.
Everybody's talking about vindication. All I feel is this is what it's all about. We've won this doggone thing, and this is the best feeling in the world.
I feel like a father, and all my sons have done real good, man. I'm telling you. Hey, the guys responded, and I don't know, man. It's heavy, but I can hold on to it for a while.
Good. 2 months ago, I was on the last place team, and then all of a sudden I'm catching the last out of the World Series.
I feel blessed. I truly thank God, for this opportunity to be able to be back in this situation.
Well, I tell you, this was a hell of a playoff for me. I had a good playoff, was able to come up with some big hits. And, you need that. You need guys like Bernie, who had a hell of a playoff himself, postseason. Jeter, the bullpen, everybody. We're the world champs. Everybody did good. We're the world champs.
Yeah, that says it pretty well. John Wetteland accepted his MVP trophy humbly last night. He's the third relief pitcher to win it after Raleigh Fingers and Larry Sherry. Wetteland knows he owes it to the rest of the bullpen to get him in a position for the save. Mariano Rivera allowed just 1 run in 5 2/3 innings in the series. College football, number 25, Miami, and number 12, West Virginia. Butch Davis's guys trying to come back from 2 straight home losses. This on the road. Alvin swoops in at 7-3 West Virginia. That's still the score late in the 4th quarter. In fact, 30 seconds to go, and Tremaine Mack blocks the punt. Nathaniel Brooks runs it in. And Don Nehlen's guys get knocked from the unbeaten ranks. Miami wins it 10-7. Miami has made blocking kicks a specialty under Butch Davis. In the 18 games Davis has coached there, the Canes have blocked or deflected 16 kicks. Tremaine Mack has been in on 8 of those. Miami remains tied for first place in the Big East with Syracuse. In the Pac-10, USC at Washington State. Washington State 3rd and 39, trailing by 5 with $1:19 to go. Ryan Leaf. Oh, it's off the receiver. It's off the defensive back. Oh, it's in Kevin McKenzie's hands. He takes it across midfield. 51 yards on the play. Couple of plays later, the Cougars down on the Trojans' 12-yard line. Leaf is going to go to the air again. Is he going to be a hero? The pocket collapses. The ball is loose. That's a fumble, and the Cougars go down. USC wins it 29-24. USC has beaten Washington State 9 straight times now. Trojans running backs lugged the ball for 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ryan Leaf throws for 314 yards for Washington State, but throws 3 picks and has that costly fumble. At Woodbine, it is the 13th running of the Breeders' Cup Classic. Cigar breaking well from the 7th post. Darren Go and Louis Quatorze get out nicely. They approach the quarter pole, and Darren Go comes inside with a 1-length lead, and then they go to the stretch. It's Alphabet Soup, the white horse. Cigar, number 6, the horse that's closest to us, trying to put on a big run at the finish, but Alphabet Soup with Chris McCarron aboard holds on to win by about a head. Attempting to finish with a victory at Woodbine, as Secretariat did in 1973, Cigar falls short. Quoting trainer Bill Mott on the end of Cigar's career, "You know that it just can't go on. It wouldn't be possible. He's just flesh and blood, and he's wearing down." Cigar is 6 years old. The wild ride toward the NASCAR season points title hits top speed today in Phoenix. Terry Labonte is in first place, and he loves this track. Labonte's victory at Phoenix International in 1994 was the fastest stock car race ever run in Phoenix. Bill Weber is standing by with a man who won't be stopped no matter what the x-rays of his hand show.
Well, it's been an exciting and challenging season for Terry Labonte, and now with 2 races remaining, he finds himself on top of the NASCAR Winston Cup point standings. But your Kellogg Chevy took a nasty turn here on Friday at Phoenix into the wall. First of all, Terry, a lot's happened since then. Tell us about the crash.
Well, the throttle hung on the car, and I got in the wall in turn 3, and I guess I was trying to turn the ignition switch off, and I did, but I didn't get my hand back on the wheel in time, and I don't know what it hit, and so it broke a bone in my hand. So the doctors have done a great job working on it and got us kind of patched up here for the weekend, and so we kind of did a test today on it, and it worked good for 3 or 4 hours. Of course, I was sitting in the truck most of those hours, but I did practice the car, and we qualified it not very good, but we ran pretty good in this last practice, so I feel pretty good about it.
Can you tell us what the doctors have done?
Well, really what we've done is it's going to have they're going to give some more shots to it tomorrow on the top of the hand and inside, and just for the pain, and it kind of makes the pain go away for about 3 hours, so that's about how long this race lasts.
How does it affect your driving style?
Well, my fingers are kind of numb, but at least I can grip the wheel without the pain. So
that's Terry Labonte. He's already won 1 Winston Cup championship. He's hoping to close in on his 2nd here at Phoenix. Back to you, Jack.
That was Bill Weber. That taped yesterday, and Terry's brother Bobby's on the pole. Where the rubber meets the road, you're going to find Kenny Mayne with his nostrils flaring. Might even have one of those breathe right strips. 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight on ESPN2 for RPM Tonight. We're on our way to NFL Countdown at the bottom of the hour. Is Eric Drett on his way back to a big payday? And Tom Lehman heads toward and beyond the horizon at the Tour Championship. We're back in a flash.
I think a Walmart MasterCard sounds fantastic.
Walmart has a credit card?
Absolutely. We've done the Walmart card the Walmart way.
It's just a credit card with low interest. It's simple.
A fixed low interest rate is perfect.
And with the holidays coming, I could really use this card. It's the Walmart card, but you can use it wherever they take MasterCard.
You can't always pay it off at the end of the month, so of course, low interest rate helps enormously.
We've always tried to save people money, and this is just one more way to do it.
Call now for your no annual fee Walmart MasterCard from Chase.
I'm so surprised that we didn't offer this card years ago. We should be ashamed of ourselves.
This November, do you know where Dave is? Next month, the Lake Show's hitting the highways. Boston, D.C., Chicago, Miami. It's Dave's November road trip.
This is why God created television.
The country may never be the same.
This week, catch Don Rickles, Mary Tyler Moore, Diane Sawyer, Gabriel Byrne, and Chris Isaac. And from Boston, Stephen Wright and Stupid Human Tricks.
Dave's November road trip.
I'm already dizzy from the bus fumes.
Ride it all month long.
This is my idea.
This is my dream.
In the last 10 years, over 6 million people have taken the bull by the horn.
This is my chance.
This is my break. And blazed their own trail.
This is my life.
It's hard to say where they found their courage, but chances are they found their supplies at Office Depot. Since 1986, we've helped businesses succeed with everything from Corel's WordPerfect Suite 7 software to New Coat inkjet cartridges and refills. All at the best prices, guaranteed. Office Depot.
This is where I take care of business.
More college football. Southern Miss against Tulane on the opening kickoff. Jeff Ligon busts a couple of tackles, puts on a little hip wiggle thing, and hits the Jets. 98 yards. He's gone for the touchdown. Tulane's still up by 4 midway through the 4th. Eric Booth takes the toss and goes in. 31-28. Southern Miss wins it. Number 2, Ohio State was up 24-3 at Iowa 3 seconds into the second quarter, and the Buckeyes cruise. Florida State's Thad Busby throws for 316 yards against Virginia. Here's the top 25 scoreboard. by the way, you could win the Varden Trophy. It was news to Tom Lehman when he got to the Tour Championship. Lehman was unaware that he had a chance to win the award for the lowest average score for the year. Little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Since then, he has had 3 spectacular rounds. This, the 3rd round, and of course, that is a birdie from 15 feet away on 11. Now to 14. From 25 feet, a little right to left hook and right down the middle of the pipe. Lehman at 11 under. On 17, on his way to going 12 under after this hole. Apply the brakes now. Pretty fine stuff. Tom Lehman called his 64 yesterday one of his best rounds ever. He compared it with his 3rd round at the U.S. Open, his 3rd round at Shinnecock, and his 3rd round at the British Open. Other scores that you take a look at as you notice these guys who aren't really in the championship hunt but are trying for 2nd place. Phil Mickelson, Ernie Els, and there's Tiger Woods way, 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 way back.
I feel like I'm a better player today than I was 3 years ago. And, you know, I've always felt that, you know, the top players on the tour, when they really get things going, are capable of getting off to big leads like that. And, you know, when I putt well, because I normally hit the ball pretty well, you know, that can be dangerous.
Lehman enjoys the largest lead through 54 holes in 23 years. The last time a player had this kind of pad going into a final round, it was Jack Nicklaus at Kings Island, Ohio. Of course, the Golden Bear himself designed. The old boys are in Maui. Wowie. And Bob Charles is tied with Hale Irwin with 18 holes to play. Steve Variato, John Jacobs, Bud Allen are all 5 strokes back. Final round action comes your way at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time today on ESPN. NFL Countdown's coming up at the bottom of the hour, but first, Chris Warren gets Hank Goldberg's attention. The Hammers' picks are ahead. And what's ahead for Jeff George? Chris Mortensen's NFL Notebook peers into his plans. Stay with us.
Ben Winter coach. Eric's sleeping with the enemy.
To enter, watch NFL Primetime Sunday night, November 3rd. Write down a Berman nickname you hear and call the number shown. You could win a trip for 2 to the 1997 Super Bowl. Watch NFL Primetime and your nickname could be prize winner. Visa, the official card of the NFL, presents ESPN's Name Game Sweepstakes.
We can't hear you.
Calgary rode a 3-game winning streak into L.A. Janos Hoagland with the slapper, and he takes another one. Is it in? Is it in? Oh, no. Pierre Pagé can't believe it. Take another look. It's Dave Gagne interfering with goalie Stéphane Fisset. It's still a 0-0 game. It goes to overtime. Fisset comes up again. Huge. A rare 0-0 tie. The Penguins' road woes continue. Pittsburgh has lost 7 in a row away from the Igloo. Washington wins 6-4 at St. Louis. The Caps fall behind 4-1, but scored 5 unanswered goals. Here's the board. The model for success in the NFL begins with a stable coaching staff. So what is going on with possibilities that 30% of NFL teams could have new field bosses next year? Chris Mortensen has that story among other items in his NFL Notebook.
Ex-Falcons quarterback Jeff George is in Seattle this weekend with his family as the Seahawks try to convince George that he'd enjoy the Northwest, not to mention the $30 million he rejected 2 weeks ago. But barring the unexpected, George is still inclined to wait until after the season to see how much interest he can drum up with the Kansas City Chiefs and St. Louis Rams. The sudden exit of 2 coaches in midseason, Dave Shula in Cincinnati and Jim Mora in New Orleans, may be a sneak preview of things to come in the NFL. Rich Brooks is now under fire in St. Louis. Rich Kotite knows he needs a strong finish with the Jets. June Jones is hanging by a thread in Atlanta. Dan Reeves keeps shooting himself in the foot with the Giants. Dennis Erickson could get swept out with a new regime in Seattle. And Bill Parcells, he'll be a free agent in New England. Rick Venturi is just an interim coach in New Orleans, and while the Bengals would love to keep Bruce Coslett as their coach beyond 1996, Even Bengals general manager Mike Brown has conceded privately that he may have to pursue a big-name coach if Kozlett can't turn the team around. The Bengals must sell 50,000 permanent seat licenses by the end of next April, or else their new stadium deal is dead. And if that happens, the Bengals will emerge as the leading candidate to become the next Cleveland Browns franchise. The Bengals also want Garrison Hurst in their future. Hurst has been impressive enough for the team to offer him a contract extension, but they would like to get the deal done by Monday for salary cap accounting purposes. But Hurst is leery because the club still has a healthy investment in Kajana Carter, who admits he's pretty confused as the third string back behind Hurst and Eric Bieniemy. Eric Ritt didn't exactly have his tail tucked between his legs when he returned to the Buccaneers this week. The Bucs agreed to waive the $480,000 in fines he accumulated during his 94-day absence. Plus, the team will pay the $156,000 in lost salary if he can score 7 touchdowns in their remaining 9 games. And the Bucs agreed to pay a $20,000 premium on a disability to protect Rhett until a long-term contract is in place. With the NFL Report, I'm Chris Mortensen.
NFL Reports is brought to you by Crispy Wheaties and Raisins. Try Crispy Wheaties and Raisins, the raisin cereal with the big crunch.
Still to come on SportsCenter, the Bulls sharpen their horns against Sacramento in one of their final preseason tune-ups. And as we head toward NFL Countdown, Hank Goldberg tells us if Dan will be the man against Dallas. Stay with us.
The NFL kicks off on ESPN November 3rd.
Here you go. Thanks.
Steve Young here. You know, Crispy Wheaties and Raisins has plump raisins, sweet flakes, and an incredible crunch.
I love the crunch.
Linebackers.
Come crunch time, there's only one. Crispy Wheaties and Raisins.
NBA preseason, Sacramento at Chicago, and Cindy Crawford on hand. Oh, it's Scottie Pippen with the block against Galen Nickerson. Michael Jordan looking for home. That's the Chief. Robert Parrish still picking him up and putting him down at age 43. The guy can still play in the paint. Robert Parrish figuring in a Chicago win, 97-91. 22 for Pippen, 20 for Jordan, 19 boards for Dennis Rodman. He's probably ready. Reggie Miller, 20 points, 12 boards for Dale Davis, 11 for Antonio Davis. Pacers beat the Magic by 1. Dallas shoots 10 for 22 from three-point land and beats Utah. In Mexico City, Cleveland gets 15 from Danny Ferry and beats Phoenix. The Knicks' Charles Oakley gets his second ejection in as many nights in Texas. The Knicks pound hurt in San Antonio, 93-77. 17 for Allen Iverson, 16 for Jerry Stackhouse. Philadelphia beats Golden State by 11. Miami hammers Atlanta by 23. Those two teams meet one another on opening night. Minnesota gets 32 from Stephon Marbury, 20 points, 11 boards from Kevin Garnett in the win over Milwaukee. By the way, your nightly hoops fix comes your way at midnight Eastern on ESPN2, Tuesday through Saturday from now until title time. Reese Davis is your host for all the day's news, highlights, and issues. Timothy Leary's last words come to mind when thinking about the down-on-his-luck bettor who remains the optimist. Why? Why not? Here are today's numbers.
Three 30-yard plus pass plays, and 3 of those were touchdowns.